Holy moly, chat.
My ship. I'll take their lives.
Chat, we're against Irelia. Alright, you guys ready for this? I'm gonna EDU the frick out of this. With here, let's go to classical. Look, I'm gonna show you guys how to do it like SOLARBACCA does it.
I rarely forget and never forgive.
I'm gonna show you a genius at work, chat. I will show you guys a genius in his natural habitat. Alright. So, before the game even starts, chat, you should always be thinking of a plan in your head. What is my goal for this game? How can the enemy win, and how can I win? The enemy jungler is a Jarvan. He can gank early. They have an Irelia. I know she wants to get into the low health minions, so what am I going to do? I'm going to watch the low health minions. I'm going to keep the wave on my side by autoing the first minion of the wave to also assert push. And when Irelia goes for the minions, that's when I will punish her. If she chooses to give the minions away, it's a win-win scenario for me. We try again with the barrel.
Won't do.
If she goes for the minion, we simply auto-attack her. She did not get her Q reset properly, so we're safe. We're gonna pop a potion because we just want to stay as healthy as possible in this lane. Few hiccups here and there, but overall, still solid. She goes for the minion. We're fine. Auto-attack. Auto-attack. Beautiful. What did we do to get this solo kill? All we did was establish what this Irelia wanted. Hopefully the wave crashes. Otherwise, I don't like my life. As it turns out, I don't like my life, but it's completely okay. Now, despite this happening, I'm still in an okay spot. Irelia ends up getting the kill. She TP's back. She has a freeze. If anything, this works for me. This works for me to show you guys how to come back. I chose to sacrifice the cannon in hopes that it would benefit me, but it inevitably did not. Come cover top for J4, please. I will say to my jungler as I go into interface and turn off this ping thing. I don't know why this is part of it. I don't know how to disable this, actually. Now I think about it.
Tides of dead will herald my return.
Nope, from top. So what did I do there? For those of you who are not aware, I canceled my auto attack. That way, Irelia wasted her W, and I got the maximum damage on the barrel. Now, what else did I do? I knew that that barrel did not have a perfect Sheen proc on it. So how did I fix this? By placing a third barrel down to get that Sheen proc. Otherwise, my barrel would have done 90 damage, but instead, with the Sheen proc of placing the third barrel down, I did 140, securing the kill. So not only did we bait out her W, but we placed the third barrel to do two things. Get the Sheen proc, and also to make sure that her W did not negate any of the damage.
Hang 'em from the slide.
Now we're going to try and hold the wave, but if we're not able to hold the wave, we are not heartbroken at all. Sheen proc on the barrel. Fight for it. Auto, Q, goodbye. So how did we win that? We played around Sheen proc. So here's what we're going to do. Next thing we're going to do is drag up this wave just slightly up, as so. That way we assert that it pushes into us. Because you see this? The casters are already attacking, and my casters only just now started attacking. So as long as we didn't lose to some stupid wave RNG, this wave should push towards us, protecting us from Irelia's level 6. Because although Gangplank has 3 kills at this stage in the game, we all know that Irelia, once she hits level 6, she can auto-attack you to death. 1, because of lethal tempo / conquer. And 2, because her ult allows her to just get on top of you, allowing her to not land really any abilities while still being on top. Now, why do we have a control ward? To protect ourselves. We need some form of insurance. We're very close to level 6 as well, so our jungler can definitely help us to get a kill here. And that's exactly what's going to happen here as a result of this wave. I don't need an ult. Now, what are we going to do? Yes, we missed a few minions, but we still want to hold this because we still want to maintain this freeze. There's no point in shoving this wave. This Irelia can't play the game. We're going to pop an orange, use our last pot, and we're going to thin out the wave now. This is where a lot of people mess up. They say, okay, SOLARBACCA, I have a freeze because they drag the wave up, but they end up losing health because they hold the freeze with their own body instead of letting the minions do the hard work for them. So we're killing the minions. That way, it kills my wave slower, minimizing the amount of damage that I have to tank from the minions. You see that? I only tanked what? What was that? 20 damage? I maintained a freeze and only took 20 damage for that freeze. What are we going to do next? How can Irelia enter this wave? Well, the answer is from the bush. So we're going to ward the bush to know when she goes on the minion. Why is that important? So we know when to time our barrel. She freaks out. She may hit level 6 here, but will it change anything? No. And now is the time to push. We got our kill, and now is the time to push. Once you're level 7, you auto-attack the barrel, and then the next barrel you queue to guarantee shove. Now, what are we going to do with our gold? So, playing against Irelia is an all-in lane. You're not poking. I'm sure most of you would agree with that. So if you know you're not going to be poking in the lane, you may as well just build for an all-in type of lane. How do you do this? A crit cloak, which I have perfect gold for. If you're ever unsure how much gold you need to purchase an item with Futures Market, press Alt and left click. Pinging it will tell you how much gold you need. So to buy it with Futures Market debt, I need 96 more gold. Now I see a fight happening. Will I ult? No, because they've already won.
A reckoning approaches.
Remember what I taught you guys about freezing? Once you're super ahead in the lane, you can ignore that for the most part. Why? Because you can simply solo kill the opponent. And if you're killing the opponent, you know what's gonna happen? Jungler! Support! Where are you? Where are you? And now they're forced to come top lane, and you simply win. Because you're stronger, and your jungler and support have an easier time playing the game. Recall to BM. Beautiful.
That's better.
Do you see how he's playing emotional? Now watch this. We're still gonna protect our Talia. We have to protect Talia. My orange was up in 0.1 second. If that orange came up, I can be certain that Rumble would die. But you know what we type instead? Mid diff. This is very important. You need to know who is responsible for what happens. So in this case, our Vex is disgusting. We type mid diff. What's next? I could buy Caulfield and keep my potion, or I can get 15 more AD and buy a BF sword. I'm gonna go for the BF sword because I'm already one-shotting the Irelia. So why not just keep this train up? Why not just keep the train up? Now, something to note. Stopwatch. Usually enabled at 14 minutes, but every takedown reduces it by 2. We have 7 kills. It would have been up at 0 minutes.
Hate is a child's word.
You see Irelia? She's panicking right now. We must abuse her while she's panicking. Did you guys see that? Did you guys see her mana pool? It was at about 200. Now, what does this tell us that her mana pool was at 200? It means that she only has enough for how much? For one ability, that's right. Now let's kill her. In this scenario, what do? I taught you guys the lesson 1 minute ago. That's right, mid-diff. I taught you this lesson already. Time to reinforce it. Mid-diff. It doesn't matter if you've typed the mid-diff 1 time or 1,000 times. You always need to reinforce it. You see our support died again? Mid-diff. Beautiful.
Hyper Flame Spitter.
Yep. Do you guys see
I lost
this?
my ship, but not
Players
my
in better MMRs will instantly know what I'm talking about. Look at the Pike. He's doing something called a non-verbal communication. Did he type mid-diff? No, but you know what he did ping? The Rumble. Phase Rush, Sork Shoes. Multiple times. Not just once, multiple times. To show that he's not very happy. And that our mid laner is in fact diffed. Now, look at this. Because of what we're doing to this Irelia, she's rage splitting. Now, what is rage splitting, you might say? It's essentially running it down, but without getting permanently banned for it. Now, you might be saying, SOLARBACCA, what the heck just happened? Now, there's 2 things I can tell you. There's a mechanical component. In this case, I missed an orange. If I got one more passive off, then I kill this Rumble with my stopwatch. After I get the second passive. But you know what we can do instead, chat? We can, again, fortify those fundamentals. But this time, we've already typed mid-diff 3 times. Who gives a shit about mid-diff when you type it for the 3rd or 4th time in a row? So you know what we type? Mid-canyon.
The sea has
It's no longer a differential. It's a canyon. We're gonna wait in base so that we don't go in debt. You see the Irelia? She's back mid lane. So what are we gonna do now? What are we gonna do? Irelia's going mid, Rumble's going top. We feel terrible about ourselves. What are we gonna do? This is something called hijacking. So I'm going to spam ping and hijack this Vex's lane. Why? Because she is a failure. And it is important that she knows she's a failure and that I'm better than her. So we're gonna go mid lane and we're gonna take her cannon minion. Make sure you take the cannon. If you don't take the cannon, you're not doing your job. Take the cannon. Be a little bit careful here. You don't want to miss everything. It's important that you at least get 1 to 2 minions every wave. What's also important is non-verbal communication with the enemy team. What do I mean by this? If J4 EQs onto my Vex, it's important that you don't show. You click back and you let them kill your Vex. Why is this good? Because it shows your Vex. I don't like you and you've caused me so much pain. Now, here's another thing. You don't need an auto turret to get the gold. So if you're trying to teach your mid laner a lesson, you want to just jump in at the last second, giving them time to get ganked by someone else and die. Let's see what Irelia does. Irelia missed her abilities. Why? Because she's a pig and we solo killed her multiple times. We missed the cannon. I failed lesson 4.
My vengeance.
We're gonna try and get this mid lane turret. Now I want some of this mid lane turret gold, so I'm actually gonna walk just a little bit close. Vex goes in, we go out. Does that make sense? Vex goes in, we go out. We're gonna walk in mid to get XP range. I know it's looking like we're missing a lot of gold here, but it really is fine. As long as we let this Vex know we are not having it, that is good enough. Now, we have a small opening here to get this farm top lane before we go and Pokemon this Vex. Now, what was the reason why we went bot lane in the first place? Or mid lane in the first place? Does anyone remember? Can anyone tell the class why we went mid lane in the first place? Mid diff, correct. Mid canyon. Good bonus points. Mid canyon. Now, what do I mean by mid-canyon? Rumble went top lane and made our lives difficult after we butchered this Irelia. Correct? Meaning that if Rumble is no longer top lane where the problem occurred, then we don't have a problem. 2-1. The Irelia's rage splitting with the Rumble, meaning that we did our job and we got rid of the cancer. And Vex is bot lane. 3-in-1 deal. Beautiful. We take the turret, and what are we gonna do next? We need level 13 ASAP. Irelia gets it. You guys need to implement this as well. Now, Rumble could be taking the Hexgate top lane, so we need to be careful. Cautious. And quiet. We may be able to find a kill on him. Small check. Ah, you guys see that? We got the Rumble's flash out. Beautiful start for us. Beautiful. We've crippled the Rumble now. Vex is dead. And our team is winning because the Irelia's rage splitting. Still level 9. Everything that we want in this game is being achieved. This is how you can carry games. Now, this isn't a lesson. This isn't a normal lesson on how to play Gangplank. This is SOLARBACCA's lesson on how to play Gangplank. What does that mean? We've went through your passive. We've went through your Q, your W, your E. Now, what about your ult? SOLARBACCA, what do you do with your ultimate ability? Here's the answer.
I'll take back.
The ability's not very useful, and do you see this pig Vex? We ult her wave. Why? Because I'm not going to land my ult regardless, and I get to take resources from the Vex who's griefing.
Words mean
Beautiful.
nothing. Flesh carries weight.
That, my friends, is how you get an efficient SOLARBACCA ult. But we're not done yet. We still have an Irelia, remember? We still have an Irelia. Beautiful. Farmed her perfectly. Ah. What do we do? Does anyone know? I'm not going to say anything. Does anyone know what we do? That's right. That's right. Docs your mid laner IRL? Nope. We keep things in the game. Another lesson. Did you guys see how we mentally broke the Irelia? Now she's typing a question mark. So you know what we type back? Do you guys know what we type back? Does anyone know? This is for extra credit. You obviously this won't go towards your final grade. Question mark mad? Nothing. That's right. LG plank. Yes, that's right. You type nothing. Why? Why do you type nothing? Because it's mental warfare. She's not deserving of our attention, of our words. That's right. You type nothing. You let it marinate. Now, there is a section in which you'll be typing back. That's true. But we're not at that point yet. We are not at that point. This is a good point to show nonverbal communication. How can we not kill the Rumble once with our comp? This GP mental boom because he can't look at map. Mid canyon. Now, they could be doing Baron, so we will have to GP ult at some point. We will have to GP ult at some point, and it looks like they might be trying it, so we're going to keep walking. We're going to keep walking, but we need to save our GP ult. 3, 2, 1. They're not on Baron. We're safe.
Salt on a wound.
I think Irelia is going to go on these Krugs. So you know what we're going to do? 3, 2, 1. Beautiful. How do we know this? Well, we remember what we classified Irelia as earlier. What is she? A rage splitter. A rage splitter.
Patient man.
Chat, I am not multi-region challenger for no reason. I am not Korean, North American, and European challenger for no reason. I know what I'm talking about. We must be careful. Rumble could be going top lane, so we're going to walk to an off angle and recall, assuming that he's not here. Rumble could be looking for an ult top lane, but he'll only know it if he's ghosting. Either scenario is a win-win. If he's a ghoster, then he's scum of the earth.
Hate is a child's word.
We're not going to go in debt just yet. I have a bigger plan waiting for us, chat. Now, they do have a Sriracha, so because they have a Sriracha, we're going to go Mortal Reminder. They're going to start the Baron. This is where we need to make a mark.
I'll hack my way back to Bilgewater.
She's not on it.
Welcome to the crew.
Beautiful. Tempest, thank you for the 91 viewer raid. I'm just giving a class. I'm just giving a small class. Anybody, you guys can catch up Tempest with the details.
But not
Right now, I'm trying to teach still. I'm still trying to teach at the moment. Anybody who took notes can tell him exactly what's going on. We're gonna help out with the Baron. Beautiful. We're gonna go top lane. A teammate died. What do we type? What do we do? What do we do?
the sea.
What do we do when a teammate dies? Mid canyon? No. A question mark and a ping. One of each. We're not toxic. We want to bring awareness. We want to bring awareness to the problem, but we are not the problem. Understood? We want to bring awareness to the problem, but we are not the problem, chat.
I am reborn of salt and brine.
Beautiful. Now we go mid lane. I'm gonna ping on the way. We go mid lane. We're gonna look for an angle in the Soraka. I think we got it. Okay, we get the Zeri. Zeri ends up using her flash, and Sriracha ends up using her flash as well. Very so much work. We got flash, and we got flash and heal. Now, what is something we need to be careful of? It's this Rumble.
Cruelty for all.
It is still this Rumble. Here's what we're gonna do. We're gonna auto this once and leave it. Why? See, the thing is, I'm also the teacher, but I can also make mistakes. I gave you guys a wrong lesson there. You don't walk away from the scuttle. You look it in the eye as you finish. It's important that you do that. Okay, beautiful. Okay.
My vengeance will be bloody.
Now, everyone in the enemy team is currently missing.
Killing.
So we're gonna recall. Again, we are not part of the problem. We're just bringing awareness to it. Now, it's been a while since, It's been a while since something's really happened in the game. It's kind of just been a sleeper. We get a pick here, get a pick there. And I'm not sure if our Vex is fully in it right now. We might need to give her words of encouragement. Go bot lane. As a team, I believe it's best if we go bot lane.
A slow death will be their reward.
You guys see them running mid lane? What does that tell you? They want to go for the turret. So what are we going to do? We're going to set up right here. We're going to set up right here because I know they want to go for the turret. If we get got here, it is what it is, but we're going to look for them at the turret. Ready? Look for them. Look for them. Beautiful. We keep going. Get a beautiful GP ult off. The Soraka is dead. Go for the next target. I reinvigorated the ignite, and now we can go on to him. Oh, we must be careful of the rumble.
Spit me out.
Now, what was the problem there? Rumble ended up killing the Caitlyn. Reminder team, once again, what is the problem? Mid Canyon.
I'll take back what's mine.
And we're not just saying words to be toxic, chat. We come from a place of authority. We have 12 kills in the game. We are... Do you see what I mean, chat? We're coming from a place of authority. What do we type again? What is it that we do now? Mid dip, mid canyon? No. Wrong, chat. What did I say? We're not part of the problem. We bring awareness to it. But also, what else are we trying to do? We're trying to win the game. So you know what we type? Worth. Rumble flashed. That's good for us. We like Rumble flashing us. We take Rumble flashing us every day of the week, chat. I know, it's tricky, but these are the things you need to know if you want to climb. If you want to climb, these are things that you need to... You guys need to reproduce desperately.
Words mean nothing. Flesh carries weight.
We're gonna look for an off angle here. We didn't swap to scanner. Our fault. Oh, not good. Not good. Not good. Very scary. She might go for the flank. Beautiful. We might still be able to get a kill. A little bit bad on the barrel. The Irelia, actually, the one thing she's done correctly this whole game, no, in her whole life as a human being, is auto attack a single barrel. 13 deaths, yet she did one thing correct, and that's auto attack the barrel. But what happened there? Rumble ended up getting a nice ult. He got his Zonias off in time, and he lived. Now we have to recognize who the threat is. We know it's this Rumble. What do we need? We need magic resistance. And we also need to type mid canyon. Ping the Rumble 3 times to let them know that you're a little bit frustrated, but you're not toxic. You're right here. You're at the point where you can be saved, assuming that your team performs. It's important that you don't look like a maniac. When you see somebody who pings 15 times... you see this? No, we don't allow this. We don't allow this. You can break down everyone's spirit, but you can't let them break their own spirit.
Never trust a built rat.
We must reinforce him. She's recalling. We chase. Beautiful. We may lose our inhib, but we're completely fine here. X-Drinker and Elixir. And now we're the last hope. We are the last stand. But can we stop it? We can't. Now we type once again mid-canyon. We try to carry, but it was hard, chat. But you know what? We can walk away with this game with a smile on our face. Do you know why we can leave with a smile on our face, chat? Because we did our best and we did everything possible. We did great top lane. We dealt with our failure of a mid laner. And we boosted our support spirits. I think we did a great job, personally, that game. And that, chat, despite it being a loss, if you replicate this with consistency, you will see results. You will see results.